In the summer of 1961, a scout's telegram arrived in Manchester with a simple, haunting prophecy. "I think I've found you a genius." That genius was a scrawny teenager from the Craigac estate in Belfast. When George Best first arrived at Old Trafford, he looked like a shy schoolboy lost in a world of giants. He was so overwhelmed by the scale of Manchester that he actually ran away, fleeing back to the safety of home after just 2 days. But talent like his couldn't be hidden. He returned, and by September 1963, the world saw the debut of a ghost. On the muddy pitches of the 60s, he didn't just run, he glided. His first goal against Burnley was just the beginning, the first spark of a fire that would consume English football. The world truly woke up in 1966. In the heat of Lisbon, George dismantled Benfica so completely that the Portuguese press dubbed him El Beatle. He was the first rockstar of football, a long-haired icon who looked as comfortable on a stage as he did on a pitch. Despite his club fame, he never forgot his roots, becoming the greatest player to ever wear the green shirt of Northern Ireland. 1968 was the summit. 10 years after the tragedy of the Munich air crash, George led Manchester United to the top of Europe at Wembley. That same year, he was crowned the best player on the planet, winning the Ballon d'Or as the youngest winner of his generation. He was at the top of the world, but the view was starting to blur. As the 70s dawned, the pop star lifestyle took hold. George famously said he spent his money on booze, birds, and fast cars, jokingly adding that he squandered the rest. Even amidst the growing madness of his personal life, the magic remained. In 1970, he scored 6 goals in a single FA Cup game, a brutal reminder of what he could do when he was focused. The brilliance, however, was becoming flashes rather than a constant light. In a famous moment of bravado in 1976, he told a reporter he'd nutmegged the legendary Johan Cruyff. 5 minutes into the game, he did exactly that. But by then, the end was already in sight. At just 27 years old, his time at Manchester United came to a heartbreaking close. What followed was the life of a nomad. He descended through the lower leagues, even playing for Stockport County, before seeking a new beginning in the sun-drenched stadiums of America. In 1981, playing for the San Jose Earthquakes, he scored what many call the greatest goal ever filmed, beating half the team in a dizzying display of balance and defiance. It was the last true flash of a dying sun. His later years were a quiet twilight spent at Fulham with old friends, but the darkness was closing in. George's long battle with alcoholism became a public tragedy. In November 2005, from a hospital bed, he issued one final, devastating warning to the world: "Don't die like me." When he passed, Belfast wept. A city stood still as their favorite son was carried through the streets to Stormont. Today, his name greets every traveler who flies into the city he loved. He stands in bronze outside Old Trafford, part of the United Trinity, forever frozen in his prime. He was the Belfast boy who conquered the world, and there will never be another like him. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed this story and would like to get more.